Okay, hi everyone. I'm gonna do this live. This is called a spill the tea on why I did not get live with all of you. So this is a spill the tea live. Thank you. It did say that the dead bell wasn't broken. That this dead bells are $200, just so you know, and that's why I always tell you to get like, real equipment. Saying. So just give me a second here. That's saying. Okay. It's like I have to vent the spill the tea. Here, that's saying. How do you turn this around? God, here I go. Up here, I was with the different ones. Okay, yes, thank you. Sorry, checking my hair. I'm gonna go live, do this. So now I have to do this. Hi, everyone. This is a Spill the Tea live. Why? So I conducted another investigation in Ocean City, Maryland, at the Ocean City Museum. And the reason I went back today was because during yesterday's investigation, I was told to go to the Ocean City Museum. I'm still trying to find the logic why, but I guess I do know why. So I tried to start going live with all of you, and there were a rush of people that came in the museum. And now, with what I'm going to tell you, I got blamed. So some kids came in. The museum aide elected to not tell everyone to not touch my equipment, so that's my fault, right? So some kid went and banged on my dead bell. So I have it on another table. I'm testing it to see whether it works. She goes and calls the curator on me. I knew she wasn't going to be a fit to even be in a proximity with an investigation. And when you share your authentic self, I'm just really kind of cynical as I get older. You know what I mean? People are just, a lot of times out to stick it to you. So that is why I could not go live with all of you today, because then the kid banged the dead bell and I got blamed. Well, they don't know it's a museum to touch stuff. Why couldn't you make an announcement saying hey, the stuff up on the glasses is Pakistan. Hi, Pakistan. Are you near Lahore? That's about really all I know for Pakistan. I got to think. In the Mohenjo-Daro and Harappan is my knowledge. So I'm talking about why I was not able to conduct a second investigative live with all of you. The first one is up on my page. So yesterday, the first investigation, which both of you have access to, there was a little boy that I was assisting that's earthbound. So with all of this, I help them to move on if they want my help into the spirit world. So I got told yesterday, yes, go to the second museum. So Nash, who was investigating with me, fantastic, vibes well. I have good faith she would have made that announcement to not touch. You subscribe, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Subscribe, follow my page. I appreciate that. It helps the channel grow. Saying the last time, and I'm going to point here, I was told more Atlantic City videos. So for those of you here, and also I think you have Atlantic City videos, but that's what too. So I was really I was just really upset. Where I am from, the East Coast, New York. I am in Delaware right now. I was in Maryland earlier today. So I'm just testing my dead bell, which the kids, so we have this, I guess I'll bring it, then I gotta move. So you've seen this in the investigations. I have a dead bell and it's electromagnetic. We're not supposed to touch it with our fingers. It's going off. I was told it was okay, but the kid banged on it hard. you know, I was raised really differently, everyone. I come from a generation where my father, as a Greek, that's saying my parents are from Greece, as a Greek, would have gotten me home and I would have been eating tar for the night, saying, but two, that's, thank you, that's true, that's saying, but, you know, I'm a former classroom teacher. The world in the United States is very different. I'm going to stay in the context of the United States. So the mother was giving me dirty looks. All I said to the kid was like, don't touch the bell because it's an electromagnetic. And of course the museum aide blamed me. She called the curator on me. I'm like in the side, and now I'm like all out of sorts because like I had to pack up my equipment. The investigation I had wanted to do with all of you got, you know, eliminated because of this. Had, again, the museum aide had made an announcement. There were only 4 different sets of people in there saying, had she made the announcement, today is a special day that we have stuff on the glass which is not to be touched. She couldn't make that announcement. So I'm the asshole, right? That's saying, yeah, I'm the asshole, blame the victim bullshit, right? 2, I will not be going back. So this is a spill the tea live with all of you because I was supposed to, the last leg of the investigation, give you the Ocean City Museum. I was sent there to help a little boy in spirit. I did that. But you also question, like, here you go and you serve, and then you get shitted on, and then you get parents, thank you. You get shitted on by parents that blame you and don't parent their kids properly. And then the museum's obsessed, like, what if we get a bad complaint, blah, 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 blah. First of all, I said nothing to the parents. And then the dad, like, what he said to me was like, you're not filming me, are you? And I was like, I'm sitting down. I was like, you want to look at my phone to see like what I have? I was like, no, I don't have you on film. And that's why over here, I took down whatever it was. Over here, I'm not releasing it. So there's nothing of these people possibly anyway. So the museum aide calls the curator. Now, like, it's like, you know, like I'm the problem. It's my fault. That's saying because, that's common sense with the equipment. Thank you. I'm testing my dead bell to say, like, hey, there's special, what's up on the glass today is not part of the museum. Please don't touch it. The museum aide couldn't have said that. I'm blamed for that. That's bullshit, okay? That is called common sense. That to say, and when I go and serve spirit, that is a high level of energy. That is exhausting. It is draining. I do not back down from serving. But like I said, I will not be returning. And unfortunately, Nash is fantastic and energetically we blended well. Had she been in that museum, this would have never happened. So what does the museum aide go and do? Because she can't handle Jack. She goes and blames me. Like, I'm the asshole. I'm the problem. I said nothing to the mother. I said nothing to the father. All I said to the kid was like, don't, like, that bell is not, like, it's not a bell you ring. But they don't have the common sense to figure out to say, please don't touch the stuff on the glass. She couldn't say that, so I'm the jerk off, right? It's my fault. So she calls the curator, like, and I'm to the side on a stair. Like, people are like even asking me stuff. I'm like, why are they asking me stuff? I'm not employed here, and then, okay, so I have a wireless charger, and then the curator thinks like I'm recording with a wireless phone charger. This is how balls to the walls nuts this is. That's saying, yes, it's great that the curator let me come in the museum. However, your museum aide that you had with me today did not have the common sense to say, please don't touch anything above the glass. Why? Okay, so now I'm the jerk off, okay? Now I'm public enemy number 1. She wanted me out of the building. Can you believe this bullshit, right? That's saying with this, how insane it is. And then they were obsessed about a bad review or a bad email. Oh my God, right? It's like, no, it's the problem with the parenting today. That's saying the kid got it when I said it to him. I said nothing else to them. Then I realized that's why 5-6 minutes in, I couldn't give you an investigation today because of this bullshit that went on. And infuriating when you are blamed for something that is not your fault. It's an ineptness of the employee because she didn't have the common sense to say, don't touch anything. And even the curator was like singing this song too. I was like, I'm in Bananasville here with this bullshit, okay? Saying too. So again, I knew that the museum aide wasn't going to be a mix, and even authentically talking to her, I screwed myself because she'll in some way hold it against me for being authentic and real. So that was why I couldn't go. I had to cut the live, and then I'm like twitching on the stairwell. I think the dead bell is okay. It's been ringing, and even one of the apparatuses said, but this is like, yeah, it was great. Again, in a different context than Yankee Doodle Tap Room in Princeton. Yeah, that's saying, but if you don't have a museum aide that's like intelligent enough common sense to say that, you get screwed, and then you get blamed, and then you are considered the problem to evacuate the premises. I mean, this is the level of bullshit and nonsense too with this. I don't need to go back. There's plenty of other places to investigate. We're Sunday at the Inn at Sugar Hill in Mays Landing. That will be somewhere repetitiously I will be investigating, because if you are on the East Coast, we are most likely putting together a Halloween package where you can go on an investigation with me there. Planning a dinner too, that's saying, because I do encourage you with investigations, and that's why when you buy equipment, don't go to Amazon, don't go to Temu. If you're gonna buy it right? Saying, and the affiliate that I am connected to is GhostStop.com. So if you do think about buying equipment, let me know, because I'll give you the link. All the equipment I buy now is from Ghost Stop. Saying, the dead bell, the tripwire, what was it? The Flux, the Yes No device, the Spirit Box, the EVP recorder, all of these, right? Because I needed them with the lives. Thank you. I think the bell is okay, but you know, like when you get shitted on and you get blamed, and first of all, like I'm being treated like I talked like condescendingly. I didn't talk, I backed off, but I'll tell you, that mom was a twat. A whole dynamic going on. This like, you don't have the common sense with your kid. Oh, okay. This is why we just let them run amok. My dad would have whooped my ass when I got home, pulling that stunt. But you know, I'm not saying this should whoop any ass, okay? This is where the times are different. Where self-control, restraint, discipline was hammered into us. That's saying, and again, you couldn't say, don't touch anything on the glass today. No, but it's a museum. They didn't know to touch it. Why couldn't you say that? That is not fucking rocket science to say, you know, but I'm the jerk off, right? So that's how that goes. She had to call the curator, like, how old are we? I'm sitting in the side of a stairwell, like twitching after what happened. Saying, obviously some of the people in there felt more comfortable to ask me questions than her. So that's why I am on here. And yes, am I pissed off? Yeah, because with what I did the last couple days, takes a lot out of me energetically. Saying, especially when you're helping a child to move on into the spirit world, right? So yeah, I got sent there for that, but you do have the replays from yesterday when we were in, thank you, we were in the Life Saving Station Museum. You can look at those. Sunday, I do plan to go live with all of you from the Inn at Sugar Hill. But, I was frustrated because I was trying to give you at least a half hour today. And then that bullshit happens. I was just like, even the dog, he's laying down. He's not asking to be he's probably passed out from his pup cup too that I got him from Starbucks. So saying, this is what I went through today. And yes, I am on fire. Yes, I am a Greek. Yes, I am a quadruple Scorpio. Yes, I am a Moon, Neptune, Sagittarius. feel my fire, even as like exhausted as I am running on fumes. That is bullshit how I was treated, okay? Saying, and I know bullshit when I see it, I know bullshit when I experience it. So that's my little spilling the tea vent fest again, but you can watch The Good Thing too. And I'm gonna look over here. It automatically uploads the replay. So I bet 10 of you saw that whatever junk of 5-6 minutes. I didn't even look at it. I don't know if any of you had probably heard me like spazzing in the kid or something too. I just took it down. You're gonna get this, that's saying, but the investigation was a success. Al Capone came in again because something I was reading off the wall. And I was, I had everything set up for all of you. And I am still trying to figure out why this happened. I don't have an answer. Saying I definitely need to decompress. I need to sit alone with this. Yeah, see the bell? I do. It was a very distressing end to a day there, and I won't be back because it's a lack of like also proper leadership. And I know this from teaching business ethics. That's saying, like, that's not rocket science, man, to say that, make that announcement. Oh, but because you're gonna like blame me, I'm the asshole, I'm the problem. Right, got it. Saying, okay, no, memo noted. Okay, that's fine. I talked about it with one of my friends. He was like, you're done. You're not going back. I helped the kid today that was there from yesterday to today. It's unfortunate saying too, because it's in this day and age, they get obsessed with those Google reviews or one bad email. This is what I hated, thank you, with the university. Like, we had to walk on eggshells with those evals because the students would use evals. They turned into weapons against us. So what, this was one of the reasons why I left the university. And it's like free at last. This bullshit. Years ago, the parents said to the kid, like, what are you not doing that you're not earning a decent grade? Now, the parents blame the teacher. That's nuts, okay? That's saying, too. We were just like, and not everyone always says the next generation's going to hell in a handbasket, too. I get it. But this is also like, evals at the universities became weaponized. That's nuts. I mean, you had some chairs that knew it was bullshit, okay? But these kids they could destroy you in an eval and you could get fired. This is how nuts this is. This is why I'm glad I'm building this business, okay? Because it's like, well, I'm owner, operator of my business. So if you don't like it or you don't like me, keep it walking, man. Saying still people can smear you and say horrible things about you, but I don't answer to anyone. I answer to me, and I speak truth. And that's why I just jumped on here to let you know that this is why I was not able to go live with you. And whatever I have saying, I deleted it here. And I'm not uploading it here. So that's why. So you got screwed because a museum aide did not have the common sense to say there were 4 sets of people in there. Come on, you can't handle that? Then you can't handle much is what that says to me. You don't have the common sense to say don't touch anything on the glass? And then I get shitted on? F that. That gets a big suck a fig, man, okay? Saying. So that frustrated me today. Yeah, because I'm on fire, because I got screwed going live with you. Had that been handled correctly, that with my $200 piece of equipment would have been averted, okay? So, I'm trying to think yesterday what you got. Okay, we started in the aquarium. We went to the boat room, and then, I believe you got the kids' room. So you should have, and I'm gonna look over here. The really awesome highlight, I'm pointing this way. that I think I posted here came from this way. Awesome highlight. Obviously no highlight for today because I got shafted out of investigating like the leg I wanted to do with all of you. Saying the kids' room, and that was that kid that Nash, the good museum aide, you know, the one with advanced sensitivity, she asked today in the museum if that was him that she sees in the other museum or today, and he said yes. So I got to have the talk with him to help him to go into heaven, the spirit world. My work is done. Unlike the Riddle House in November that I have to go back, saying, thank you, yes, I have to go back to the Riddle House because, you know, I got to do it today. I'm still trying. Maybe the lesson is for the museum aide and she missed the lesson. I don't know. Could it have been that? Was it a lesson for me? Maybe. Okay, the dead bell's not doing anything either way, saying, so, you know, I don't know with that. Okay, since I'm on live with all of you and I'm only with the dog right now, I could flip it around, show you him really quick. Let me see here. I'm gonna flip him. See, there's Cypress. That's Cypress. He was Cypress. This is your Facebook debut. How do you feel about that? That's nice. You like that? See, you're on Facebook. You want to say something to Facebook? You want to say something? Okay, I'm gonna flip, and then you gotta also hear the other one too. I'm gonna flip it around. Here. Okay, that's Cypress. Here, I'm gonna flip it around so you can see Cypress. Cypress, look, here's Cypress. He's making his YouTube debut. That's what he's now. You get to see him with the lickies. Was that good, that pup cup I got you? Did you enjoy it? Don't you think you should wash it down with some water, Cypress? What do you think? Here's your YouTube debut. What do you think of that, huh? Huh? What about Cypress, that blanket and that Pels barn I got you? Huh? See, he likes to sit there. Sorry, I gave you the Cypress. You got to see him, the gorgeous hunk, AKA the gorgeous hunk. Right? Cypress, are you the gorgeous hunk? Huh? You a gorgeous hunk? Okay, I'm going to flip them around here. So you got to see the gorgeous hunk too. So I'm here with the gorgeous hunk, and that's another reason I was able to hop on because, thank you, you know, family had said, oh, well, you could come up to the beach or you know, you could go to this place, blah, blah, blah. But I really don't like, honestly, leaving Cypress when I'm with him. Saying so. Okay, I'm gonna talk a little bit. Yeah, see, it's true. I really don't. See, right? You know I don't like leaving you. I try to stay as much as possible with you. You know that, Cypress, right? He's looking at me, saying so. Okay, I'm gonna talk a little bit astrology since I'm on here. Mercury's retrograde till January 23rd. So. Okay, yeah, wait, I did do a Mercury retrograde video. So I say this with Mercury retrogrades. I don't advise starting a new job during a Mercury retrograde. Now, here's the caveat. If it's a job that you want long term, if you're okay with temporary, start it. Saying the dead bell is confirming. And they did tell me, you know, I totally freaked, man, because some of the equipment, that dead bell is expensive, just saying. It's one of my favorite pieces of equipment. I got to thank 222 PIR, Carmel and Todd. Follow them too. I'm saying, but okay, so Mercury's retrograde. So now's not the time to buy a cell phone. Now's not the time to buy a TV. You know, if things break down like a watch or a phone, you buy it. Same thing with a car too. It's the same thing. Saying, you know, Mercury retrogrades, like when it goes direct on the 23rd, you should have some shift in your thinking, your mindset. It's in Cancer. Again, of course, in Western astrology, depends what house it's in. If you were born in the United States, Department of Vital Statistics has your time of birth. saying out of the United States, sorry, can't help you, unfortunately, saying. So you have that, and it's in Cancer. Cancer sensitive, it's a water sign. Feelings get more hurt easily. Maybe that's why I'm feeling a little sensitive. I'm also a little peaked health-wise too, as well. So that amplifies everything. As you can hear it in my throat and all of that saying here, too. Okay, he's back to schnoozing. He's a schnoozing away. That pup cup exhausted him. Saying, too. So with the Mercury retrograde, oh, the pup cup did exhaust him. Well, that's good. Mercury's retrograde till the 23rd. Now, Venus, the romance planet, just moved into Virgo. And I'm taking a good breath here. Venus and Virgo, if you're born with Venus and Virgo, usually those people have one true love in their lifetime. If they are a promiscuous sort, then there's something else in the chart causing the affliction. Venus moving into Virgo, we want to commit. We want to commit to the next level. It's about fidelity, loyalty. You could overanalyze the relationship too much. It's also relationships, so romantic, familial, friendship, co-worker. But I mean, it is, yes, Venus is the primary is romance. So that moved into Virgo today, I believe. So it's going to be there through next month, and that Mercury is going to be in Cancer until August 9th, saying. So we have that too as well. Okay, so we have the Inn at Sugar Hill Sunday, 222 PIR. You will get a live because we have exclusivity inside. Any customers are eating outside only. The only thing I gotta see is if there's a band, because we're supposed to get there at 5. So I have to also reshoot a video in Mays Landing. I'm not satisfied with the videos that I filmed of it. So I gotta, thank you. I gotta do a reshoot at the Rebecca Winston house too. And since I'm in Mays Landing. And then next week, I will go live at some point with all of you from Lilydale, New York. I am teaching workshops. July 20th, July 21st, July 22nd, July 20th, how to see auras. Very popular, my most popular workshop there to date at Lilydale. July 21st, astral projection. July 22nd, psychic astrology. And I have an idea for a paranormal workshop. We'll see, maybe if Lilydale takes it or at some point, and or I offer it online. That too, you know, how I combine also communication with spirits and ghosts, and how that creates a different investigation than just the paranormal, going in, looking to record knocks on the walls, hear voices on the EVP, you know, get photo footage, all important, but it's not the full picture. That's the thing too. And as I say, yeah, it's important. And when you have the linear, closed-minded people, that's what counts and the rest doesn't. Yes, there are psychic mediums who are not psychic mediums. And they just make stuff up. That's true. It is a problem. You know, it is concerning for those of us that are authentic in the industry. Though, when you are with somebody authentic, you get to see the levels, like what we were doing today with the little boy Sam. That was with Nash, saying, I think Carol was there, whoops, saying her name. I didn't say, I said the wrong name. Yolanda, with that. So, yeah, that was, so I'm in Lilydale this month teaching workshops. These are my lives, freedom of speech, won't be back. You know, great thought, but when you don't have somebody that is supportive of you, you get blamed as being the asshole, the problem, wanting you out of the building. So that's egregious saying, and these are my lives, and I get to spill my tea, and I get to speak my truth. So this is two. Say, because what do you do in life? Do you just roll over and take it? Or do you stand up and speak your truth? I prefer the latter over the former, because people that just bend over and take it get screwed. I'd rather stand up, speak my truth, and if I get screwed, at least I spoke my truth, right? Saying like that. Too, you know, because I know I did nothing wrong, saying, but I was treated like I did. Whatever, saying, another learning moment. You have to be very careful in museums during business hours. Different limitation than at the Yankee Doodle Tap Room in Princeton. Thank you. Saying, yeah, that too. Okay, yeah, really, thank you. Enforcing. That's why I was testing. I have the dead belt. It looks like it's working. You know, but it's very upsetting because I serve spirit and then I get shitted on. That was how the day ended. So I talked about Inn at Sugar Hill. I talked about Lilydale. I do plan to go live at some point. I got to see. I don't think they have a problem with walking around the grounds. I can't show you Inspiration Stump. That they're very strict about, like, well, while the mediums are giving messages. But I think I could show you Inspiration Stump if there's nothing going on. Sorry, Cypress, I just moved my feet. I woke him up. Cypress, it was just my feet. Here, you can see really quick. It woke him up. It woke him up. Here, you can see now he's starting to put his head back down. He's readjusting. I don't want to add products. Yikes. Audio disruption. Okay, let's see if it's still going. But anyway, that's why I hopped on. This is the live for today. Yeah, I dropped a bunch of different curse bombs, invented and all of that, but that's what happened, and that's why I had to take down whatever was up. That is why you are not getting anything as well. And also because those people with the kid, there's nothing of them online. And that was the biggest concern. There is nada. Tipota. So next, I will be going live with all of you Sunday from the Inn at Sugar Hill. You will get a live saying, I have been in the Inn at Sugar Hill a couple times, too. You know, Todd is excellent with setting up equipment as well, too. He knows his equipment, which is fantastic. You know, Carmela, too, Intuits sees as well. So we always have productive investigations together. But yeah, so Sunday it'll be evening time, East Coast time, New York, New Jersey time. With that, you will get to see some of the Sugar Hill investigation Sunday, saying, but okay, New Jersey saying flooding coming up. Well, not in Delaware, but soon I will be shifting gears. I also had, when I did the live with all of you from the ferry, it was wet and I slid down on my back half a flight of stairs. Now, let me tell you something. Somebody in spirit, I could feel, I'm like, this is too soft as I'm sliding. You know, people came running, like saying, because too, I had the sticks, I had the phones, the one went flying. I slid down half a flight and they're silver. I could feel it as I slid down the half flight. I was like, somebody in spirit is cushioning this. I was not sore. I had no injuries. My guides must have been like, oh, look, she's going to wear those shoes. Then my guides with the shoes, thank you. They were like, oh, look, she's going to wear those shoes. I had these Puma ballet sneakers. They're very in season. I was like, oh, let me break them in. Bad idea on a ferry when it's wet and damp because shoom, just down the half flight. You know, I think I was more shocked than anything, but that's what's saying. Somebody in spirit cushioned that because as my back, I was like, it's soft. I felt only softness. So I want to thank the guides too. And obviously you were just like, you were all like, look at those shoes. Thank you guides for that because that could have been really bad. Cypress, are you the bell? saying too, he's exhausted from his pup cup, but saying that's where spirit is. And I am going to tonight be trying to figure out why this happened with the whole ending at the museum in Ocean City, Maryland. So I'll be live with all of you again Sunday. You will get an investigation live. You do have yesterday too, so you didn't get nothing. You just didn't get part 2, which I'm always, I'm bummed out for you because I like to, whether or not you watch it, I like for you to have it. So I will see you Sunday. Let me think about this. 8, 9 p.m., something like that. I'll be live with all of you from the Inn at Sugar Hill Maze Landing. I am getting ready to say sayonara, Delaware, sayonara, Maryland, for now. So I'll see you all Sunday. Have a great night. It is Taurus moon. It's a money moon. Good time, like with money, restructuring, and with the Mercury early. What you want to launch with money after 23rd of July. Taurus moon, fantastic money moon. We are in it right now. See you all Sunday. Bye for now. And yeah, I had to vent. It's like to release it. So it'll be an investigation Sunday. It won't be this.